I am at a very precarious point in my life because the realization that literally 10 years ago, today, around the same time, I have an email to someone saying, I want to get into affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing was still kind of not really known. People didn't know about it, but I learned about Udemy and creating your own courses online. I was super excited around there. And I had the exposure. But what I didn't have was the courage. What I didn't have was the follow through to the noise, through the fucking the challenges, the naysayers, because holy smokes, when you are just ahead by not too much, but just enough. And I call those people middle ground people, right? They're the pioneers, there's the people in the middle, and then there's the mainstream people. I'm right here. I've always been in this middle group. I don't know what to call us, honestly. We are not the pioneers. We are not the ones with the arrows in our backs, and we are not in the mainstream just coasting. And we're in the middle, in that precarious situation where one of two things can happen. And literally, I feel it. I feel the polarity. I feel the scales. You know, where you go, where you gonna tip. You know what I'm saying? One of two things can happen. You can either succumb to these emotional, invisible, energetic wounds, or you can rise above them. You know how people say, you know, if it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was easy, everybody would do it. There's a reason they're saying that. They're not... in that statement holds so much context that needs to be fleshed out. But you need to be patient and lean in to know what that context is. That context is, if it was easy, everybody would do it. You know what's not easy? Your excitement being fucking smashed down by someone's doubts. You know what's not easy? When you're like bright-eyed, bushy tails, that they say, and you're out there and you bring out an idea into the world that is just could be of value, that is fun, that is exciting, and people fucking shit on it, right? You know what's not easy? When you expect something to come to fruition in a certain amount of time, but it falls outside of that timeline over and over and over and over again, and the questions, really not questions, doubts start creeping in. They fucking start, right? They creep in. And you ask yourself, is it worth it? Should I keep going? Should I not? What am I doing? I'm not seeing any success. It's taking a lot longer. Am I just like, is this a waste of my time? Am I disappointing my friends and my loved ones and my family? What if I look back and I have nothing to show for it? And then you think to yourself, no, I gotta keep going. The level of delusion that you have to enter, step into, bask in, lay back in, to keep going amongst all this doubt and worry and fear that surround you. That is why people say, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Because that is the challenge. It's not necessarily the work itself. The work itself may be difficult. We got the sniffles. The work itself may be difficult, but it's really the invisible stuff that you're dealing with. The invisible challenges, doubts, worries, and fears, and low lack of belief. That is the difficulty. But the grandiose version of yourself, the version that you're searching for, the version that you're wanting to be, you're wanting to finally be, is gonna thank you. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't there yet. But am I? I keep hearing act as though it is already so. Act as though it is already so, and it is so. Be in that feeling of like, I don't have to have it to feel it. So okay, all right. Let's dream. Let's dream. What am I hoping for? To be unwaveringly confident. To always speak highly of myself, no matter what. No matter what. Always see myself in high regard, even if a mistake is done. Because a mistake isn't a mistake. A mistake happens to be a decision that then is the outcome of, is revealed as a mistake. Nobody makes mistakes. We make decisions. And it's either ROI positive or ROI negative. The person that I want to be is knows how to use the tools around her to create the life that she wants quickly, fast, confidently. I was having a conversation with my girlfriend, and I was telling her how there are certain parts of my life where I am not worried. There's like no fears, no doubts. And I would like to transfer that level of confidence to have it spill to every area of my life. So like if someone were to tell me, Sasha, we want you to perform this song, karaoke or lip syncing or just perform, right? Now, I don't have the best singing voice. But I do have incredible stage presence. Okay. So when it comes to karaoke or lip syncing, like this past summer, I went to this event that my friends held, and they had a lip syncing competition. And I was like, there was like a bunch of people going up, and I was super excited. And then I'm like, okay, what song do I want to sing? And they're like, oh, you better choose fast. Some of my friends were telling me, you better choose fast. And I'm like, it's all right. I'm going to pick one. Don't you worry. They were like worried for me, and I wasn't, right? And then I'm like, I go up and I tell them what song I want, and they're like, you better pick a good song because you see your competition. And I look back, and there was this person like really killing it in their song. They were doing their thing. But I look back and I'm like, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. And like that feeling, I still remember that feeling of like not being worried and like very carefree. And then so what was on the line was $80. God, $80 was on the line to who was the best lip sync contestant. And I go up there and I introduce myself. And I tell them what song I'm going to sing, which was Destiny's Child's Say My Name. And I started singing, do the lip sync and everything. And yeah, I won. And I was not even worried. Not only was I not worried, I wasn't worried about that $80. I wasn't feeding for that $80, even though that $80 could definitely help me out at the time. Okay? Shit, it could help me out right now. $80 could definitely help me out right now, honestly. But I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried, and I wasn't worried. I was excited. I was chill. I was having fun, and that energy I wanted to permeate in every area of my life. And this is the real work. The work, like the work that is difficult isn't the service or product that you're providing. That's not the work. The work is keeping that self-belief high. The work is having unwavering belief, eliminating self-limiting belief, always keeping your vibration high, getting that feeling of what you already want, like have it here. Like if which I do. Like I'm trying to be financially wealthy, baby. I'm trying to be the individual that changes my family's financial trajectory, and that is a big fucking deal. That's a big fucking deal. But I don't just want that. That is just a sliver, a piece. I want like I want to be the catalyst, not the only, the catalyst for the mental and emotional growth of my whole family. What is possible, and they follow suit. Not only financially, but mentally, environmentally, socially. And that's a big task. Right? And I heard one time, you start with you, then you start with your family, then you start with your community, then you start with your town, your city, your state, your country, the world. That's how you enact change. But it first has to start here. And it's a big ask. It's a big goal I have. I mean, but then again, they say if your goal doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. And my goodness, this is like a little daunting. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of daunting because, like, little old me, I'm not gonna do it. You know, but it's like because you can, because you said you wanted to, because you will. Like, period. You know what I mean? That type of self-belief and confidence. Like, that's it. You may not know how or when it will happen, but you know that you want that, and why you want it, because the joy that will come with it, the elation, the joy, the pride, the fulfillment, right? That's why I want to do it. The connection, the intimacy. If this is the only life that we have, what is the most audacious dream that we can dream of, and every day pursue that, right? Versus not doing that and being like, that's not even what I want. I'm not saying it's not going to be difficult. Again, the work is maintaining that self-belief, that confidence, that consistency, and that self-image, that energy level, not just the work itself. That's really the work. That's really the work. I'm in that precarious space, and I can either succumb to these emotional wounds and worries and doubts and confusion and frustrations that live in my mind, or I can recognize them. Right? I can recognize that they exist, but not be led by them, but not make my choices from them. And I rather this, 10 times this, 100 times this, I rather this. I don't care how difficult it is, I rather this than this. Because this is sad. This is sad and lonely and dark and shadowy. This is powerful. This is empowering. This is shining. This is joyful. This is fulfillment. This is bright. I rather this. I don't care how hard it is until it becomes not hard. This is something worth fighting for. To me. So as precarious as my situation may be, I know what I want. And I know what I will continue to pursue, no matter what.